Welcome back everybody to Planescape Torment. There's some stuff on the ground. Did I neglect to pick this up from before? Yeah, I did. Right. Select everybody. Let's go talk to Dimitri. Or was it Dimtri? I don't know. I'm not altogether sure. Well, I'm about to break a business contract. Okay. Dimtri turns to face you as you approach. You feel the sense of expectation in the air about him. You find Master Dimtri, release? Yes, Dimtri, I know how to release you now. Dimtri turns to face you and gestures towards you. Please, friend. Speak the words Sebastian taught you. You pause to gather your thoughts and carefully speak the words Sebastian taught you. Then you reach out and touch Dimitri lightly on the forehead. Rest well, Dimitri.
Updated my journal.
With a sigh, the zombie collapses at your feet. You think you hear a fleeting, "Thank you, friend," as he falls to the ground. Let's talk to Hamris. Why not? You see a rugged-looking, square-jawed man. He turns to you with a warm smile. How are you, Cutter? Good day to you. Good day indeed. He squints at you for a second and juts out his hand to shake yours. Shake his hand. Greetings. Hammer is at your service, member of the Harmonium and the fashioner of fine coffins for the recently departed. I think I know you. Do I not? Let me see if I can place it. He pauses to think a moment. Sharp with names I was in the Harmonium. Let me tell you. Knew everyone in the entire ward. I have some questions. He nods at you. Ask away. He gives her a broad smile. What can you tell me about the ward? Blah, blah, blah. Yes, the lower ward. He leans forward as if explaining something to a small child. You know, as little known to most newcomers, even the people in the ward. Most people think that this ward gets its name simply because it's not prestigious as some of the other wards. That's not at all. Do you know where the name comes from? Apologies, I just had a kitten to crawl up my back. Literally. Alright, continuing on. No, I don't know where it gets his name. Yep, blah, 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 blah. Yep. We've done... Okay. What is there to see in the ward? A great deal. Where to start? If it were to step past all the kilns, forners, breweries, distilleries, and scattered amongst the many garbage fires, not to mention the alchemist dens, the crematoriums, meat curing houses, and charcoal burners, and examine the ward itself as a whole, one could say, well, there's the foundry, the siege tower, and he begins to falter and stops to think. Tell me about the foundry? The great foundry is the headquarters of the believers of the source. Known as the layman as the godsman, because of the belief that everyone can achieve divinity. He shakes his head. The great foundry is much of their philosophy, a great sprawling structure that seems to produce nothing but smoke. He laughs. I mean, when was the last time you saw one of the believers of the source suddenly become a power? Not any time in the faction's history. Tell me about the siege tower. The scarred iron wreck. A ward mystery it is. I have some thoughts on it. First off, it wasn't always here, as I understand it. It just simply arrived one night, and no one saw how it got here. Now you've seen the outside of it. You've seen battle, and it looks like battles that most people cannot imagine. Me, however, I've seen the edges of a blood war, and even tackled a Tenari fiend or two when things had come desperate, only with my Harmonium fellows beside me. And those scars on the tower look like they've been gathered over the centuries, at least. He pauses for a moment. Now listen close. My experience allows me to recognise some of those scars that decorate the sides of the towers. Some are acidic blast. Surely enough, that's from some major sorceries. Some are Tenaric teething blades. Others look like detonations from Loth globes, or scars from Beta Zoo Granger whips. However, a lot of the weapons embedded on the sides of embedded in the sides are weapons like none I've ever seen. And I'm well versed in the variety of weapons on many different worlds and on many different planes. Makes you wonder what's held inside of the tower. Basher who cracks that tower might have a museum in their hands. Makes you curious, doesn't it? He stares at you. Have some questions. Must be going now. Okay, well, what's done is done. Let's go. And I suppose there's not much I can do here, except maybe go to the upper... Ah! I can go... Oh, the Clerk's Ward. Let's go to the Clerk's Ward. I don't think I've been there yet.
This ward's usually just home to a bunch of scribes, but this section's got the fest hall in it, so it's a little more lively.
The festival is where you want to go to.
Say, Anna, does that tail go all the way up?
Oh, aye. Up your bone box to rip out your brains.
Aye, up your bone box and rip out your brains.
Well, the sass. Holy crap. Anything interesting here? Let's just pause it. Matter of course. And there's a shadow. Let's kill this shadow.
My bite's not working on this thing. Bite's not working on this thing. Bite's not working on this thing.
Ah. Let's actually talk to Matter of Course. The giant of a man wears an equally impressive suit of ornate red armor. He regards you cautiously but with fear as you approach him. Greetings. A booming voice echoes from within his great helm. Greetings, citizen. I am Matter of Course, bodyguard to Diligence, 4th Magistrate of the Ward. You must excuse me as my duties lie at her side. Farewell. One moment, I have some questions. Simply... Oh, the bugger.
Done.
Hang on. Diligence. The older, stern-looking woman is clearly on her way somewhere. When she notices your approach, she studies you with a disapproving, tight-lipped frown. Greetings. The woman nods curtly, speaking in a tone as cold as ice. Yes, what is it? And watch your words. I am Diligence, 4th Magistrate of the Ward. I have some questions. Diligence smirks. I am no tout, sir, who entertains the questions of passers-by for a handful of coins. Find someone to answer your questions. I have important government business to attend to. Just a single question, then? Not a one. Now leave me be. Dare you say another word, or much approach me again, I shall call the guard. But... Guards? Try and leave before any guards... Oh, I'm screwed. Run!
I'm gone.
Run!
I'm gone. I'm gone.
No, you cannot speak to me for a moment. I am running the F away.
Done.
Gold Ward, also known as Wanker City.
All right. Done. All right.
Well, actually, I'm going to... More...
Okay.
Alright. Let's try and get some heat off.
Done. I'm hurt.
No matter, he'll be up in a bit. You're alright now, aren't you?
Yep. I'm fine. Well, now if I go back through here... Okay, now I should be able to go back to the Clerk's Ward. And I'm screwed.
Done.
Fiendling, I have to ask, where did you get that accent?
Accent? What are you on about?
Never mind.
Done.
Yep, let's try it. Why not? Did I kill one?
Oh, this is what I get for getting into a scrape.
What the fiend?
I'm hurt.
I don't know if I can actually heal through this.
I'm hurt.
Another trip to the mortuary.
Oh, feel all stiff.
I may have screwed up here. Well, this is probably not the best way to do things. If I can kill one at a time.
Damn.
Okay, that's 2.
Damn.
That's 3. That's 4. Oh my goodness. I gotta find a tiefling body.
I'm gone.
Oh, actually, no, I don't. Well, I didn't actually have to. I'm attacking the harmonium because
The sweet smell of sensates and governors.
Die.
whoa.
My jaw is hanging on by a thread. Would you give me a hand here?
Well,
I'm gone.
we managed to pull it all off. Alright, let's select this special ability. No, I want Raise Dead. There we go.
If you need to go somewhere, Skull, don't let us keep you.
I have a name, you know.
Aww.
I have several names for you. None of them fit for polite company.
Well, that was fun. We are just about... actually...
Ready.
Yeah. You've dropped some gear, love.
Why not?
We gotta pick up all your stuff. Okay. So, put the earrings back in. Mortuary key, you can keep. Okay, punch daggers. Right. Now, I will recover eventually. Use the embalming charm. Select item. Okay. So we're a little bit better off. Ah, a scroll of charismatic orb. Cranium rat charm. Well, we managed to fight off all the harmonium officers. It was a mistake, I tell you.
If you keep bobbing about, Skull, I'm gonna mount you in the end of a pike.
Whoa. Well, I want to go loot all the rest of the things that... because the bodies have been cleaned up. Alright. I'm probably going to have to find some of the rest. Scroll of Magic Missile. Okay, it's probably wasn't the best thing I should have done, but oh well. Malamer. You see, This thin, sharp-faced man rushes towards you, calling for your attention. Ah, sir, but a moment of your time. Were you perchance going to visit the tailor? The man breaks in. I ask, sir, because I seem to have offended the man. I have commissioned the hot-blooded fool to make me a costume, but he's thrown me out of his shop and will not speak with me now. So, the man suddenly balls his fist and shakes them to the sky. What have I done to deserve such a treatment? Nothing, I say. I was a patron. It's his duty to serve me, the churlish buffoon. So, what did you want from me? Eh? He focused on you. Oh, yes, you. Could I beg you to enter the place and fetch my costume for me, sir? I have a masquerade to go to, and I have no time to commission another tailor. Okay, yes, I'll go get it. Get it now.
Updated my journal.
Oh, most excellent, sir. This is very building right here. He points to the long, low structure just to the north of him. I thank you, sir. Farewell.
All right.
Well, let's go in, eh? Talk to said tailor. I dare say it'll be this guy. This short, heavy-set, middle-aged man is wearing clothes that seem to be spun out of glittering gold. In his hands, he holds a bolt of cloth strung taut across a wooden frame. He is currently embroidering some pattern into the fabric. Greetings. The man doesn't seem to acknowledge your presence. He continues to work at his embroidery, muttering under his breath. As he sews, his simmering motes of light seems to sparkle and drop from his tip of the needle. I said greetings. The man doesn't seem to acknowledge your presence. He continues to work at his embroidery, muttering under his breath as he sews, shimmering blah 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 blah. Good sir, did you hear me? The man does not look up from his work, frowning distastefully as he answers you. Yes, and I am certain that you need. And I am certain that what you need is truly quite urgent. Now, if you will be silent for just a moment. All right, wait quietly. At last, he sets down the embroidery and looks up at you. Before you can speak, however, he suddenly picks up another item and sets to work on it again. He works what it looks to be a tiny coloured spark drip from the fabric. Wait some more. Why not? He finally finishes his work, setting it down to examine you. Greeting, I am Gonglaves. Now, was it here? Blah blah. Now, was it you were here to see me about? I have some questions. I hope it is about garments and the like. I shan't be need answer anything not concerning myself or the store, you know. What were those lights you were embroidering? That? Oh, nothing, sir, but a bit of the art, at which I am to weave into fabric when the fancy strikes me. Those items which I lavish enchantments upon are the most special of creations, and are rarely sold. What sort of magical clothes do you have available? The Gonglaves looks over you, frowning. Nothing that would fit you, that is for certain. I would like to see what you have to offer just the same. Ooh. Okay, that's 3,000. Ooh. Okay. Jerkin the Brazen Robe, Armor Class 4, Thaco 1+1. Fashion for a woman, blah 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 blah. Okay. Armor class of 6. Now, with armor classes back in D&D way back when, lower armor class is good. I don't think I can actually sell anything off to make some cheek, so I can't buy it. Damn. Okay. Sensate. Well, can we talk to you again? I have some questions. I want to pick up a dustman costume. You're in luck, sir. I happen to have one available. The cost is 30 copper commons. I'll take it. Conclaves takes a set of neatly folded robes from under the counter. Here you are, sir. I would warn you, though, it is for the upcoming masquerade of Lord Erd. Many folk are already tending as dustmen. I'll keep that in mind. Farewell. Sensate. Sensate? Please, sir, I have things to do. I appreciate you leaving me. Okay, whatever. Leave! Okay, good place to come to. Oh, I need a place to sell my wares. Okay. Malamer. The man looks at you expectantly. Well, did you get the costume from Conclaves? Here it is, and it cost me 30 commons.
Updated my journal.
Fine. Take it here. He tosses you 30 copper commons. Now, I'll be off. Wait. Conclave said that many people are already going to this masquerade as dustman. Did he? Blast! I would hate to arrive in such a common costume. I could see if he has another ready. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. Quickly, go see if that portly nincompoop has another, would you? I'll return with another costume.
Updated my
Looks
journal.
like my skills have increased.
Well, backward and forward and to gather more experience. Because why the blazes not? You come again, sir. Good. What can I help you with? I want to pick up another different costume. Conclave nods and smiles knowingly. The dustman bit seemed to be a bit common after all, eh? Well, it just so happens I have a godsman costume. If you would like, it shall cost you only 50 coppers. I'll take it. Here you are, sir. Enjoy the masquerade. Okay, well, it's not really for me. It's for the other twit that's outside. The man looks at you expectantly. Well, did you get the costume from Conclaves?
Updated my journal.
More experience! He makes a disgusting noise and snatches the costume from you and shoves 50 coins in your hands. Now I have to be off. And we got some leveled up. Okay, cool. What the fighter? Except. Anybody else leveled up? No. Right. I'm slowly gaining back my hit points, but nobody else is. Matt, what the hell? Okay, to Undersigil. I don't really want to go there. Civic Feast Hall? I definitely want to go there. The brothel of slacking intellectual lusts. Right. Well, let's go check out the rest of the area because it was the last time I went around here. I was currently being chased down and being accosted. What this odd device is? Okay.
I'm gone.
What's down here? Drunken mage, barkeep. Namil. This tall, slender woman sipping wine from a small ceramic cup appears to be looking for someone. Her facial features are inelegant and exotic, and the woman's ears, although partially covered by a long ear, can be seen to come to sharp points. Greetings. The woman turns to face you. The violet eyes flashes like flawless chips of amethyst. Her speech is as music. You hear a faint musical tinkling, 100 tiny crystal bells as she speaks. Each word lingers on your ears, as if they're unwilling to relinquish the exquisite sound. Namil turns to face the scarred, dour stranger. She asked what he wishes of her. Wow. Pfah. Anna sneers at Mort. Stop your drill and your leering skull. My, what a hot-blooded little chit. Starved for attention. I could drool over you too, if you're jealous. Mort starts to float towards Anna, making wet slavering noises. Get the hair's breadth closer, Skull, and I'll see it that you're not one of your chattering teeth lays within 100 paces of another. Mort stops abruptly, turning towards them while muttering unintelligibly. Are you looking for someone? Where could she be? Demir wondered. Her companion, Wynne, was supposed to have met her here days ago. The woman sighs miserably. The air around her grows chill with her sadness. How long must she search this vast foreign city before she finds her dearest friend? I could help you find your friend. What does she look like? Namil clasps her hands together and bows her head to you. She would be so pleased to hear the news of her friend. She told the kind stranger what Eowyn looked like, so that he might know her should he come across her. An image forms in your mind. A woman who resembles Namil, but with golden eyes and hair of fiery crimson. I'll return if I find her.
My journal.
Okay. Cafe patron. Abel Ponder Thought. Barkeep? Barkeep's probably just the store, I guess. The older man looks somewhat bookish. His clothing and accessories are extremely clean and neat and well cared for, and he often pauses to brush some fleck of dust or lint off of them. A symbol resembling a stylized dagger piercing through a flame is embroidered on his tunic. Greetings. The man's eyes pass over you, gleaming as they fix onto Mort. Oh, I say, would you look at that? A floating skull. Mort turns towards and looks behind him. Where? Where? The man gasps. By the unjust laws of Tony the Merciless. Who? He suddenly covers his mouth and looks at Anna apologetically. Sorry. The man was a horrible tyrant, now long dead. His name should never be spoken, so 'tis rather vulgar. My deepest apologies, milady. I did not mean to offend. Anna shrugs, rolling her eyes. Talk as you like, Cutter. I care not what you say, unless you're rattling your bonbuckles about me, that is. Try to get his attention. He turns back to Mort. But behold, a skull, buoyant, levitating off the ground, cognitive of its environment and possessing hearing, speaking, and seeing capabilities. He turns to you, and you're suddenly as if you are suddenly a confidant. This is truly one of the reasons that the plains should never become dull to me, sir. When you think you have seen everything, the plains show you yet another corner to peer around. And, he raises his hands gloriously, suddenly a whole new wondrous vistas are open to you. I'm not sure if Mort qualifies as a wondrous vista. The man ignores you and looking at Mort instead. I say, skull, he begins. Mort gasps. Look behind you, another floating skull. Let Mort have his fun. The man seems to have forgotten you entirely. Instead, he turns in shock for this other floating skull. No! Where? Where? Right there, where I'm pointing. There! Where? I cannot see it! Mort speaks with mock exasperation. You just missed it. A whole parade of them. Probably never going to happen again in a million revolutions of the Great Ring. He turns and harumphs. I sense you have possess a particular degree of mockery. Mort bobs slightly as if shrugging. I prefer to refer it as a keen insight into the human nature. Try to get the man's attention again. He suddenly seems to see you for the first time. The man's eyes widen. By the unjust laws of Tony he catches himself looking apologetic. Say, are you alright? You look... He fumbles for the words. Hurt. I'm alright. Aye, it hurts to look at him, it does. An odd comment from someone who looks like to be a rat's tail, giant rat tails sprouting from her bottom. Anna bares her teeth, tail lashing. Is that so, you great pike and leatherhead? Well, if you once... Me and Mateo can just walk out of the sight for good, wouldn't that make you happy, eh? No, Anna, stay. I was just teasing. Eye for an eye. She smirks at you, but makes no move to leave. Thanks, Anna. And you, sir, I have some questions. The man nods eagerly. Of course. I'm always happy to answer the questions I can, young sir. What do you know of Ravel Puzzlewell? Ravel, if she truly existed, there is little to prove that she did. Was a night hag, one of the inhabitants of the Grey Waste, one of the lower plains, and believed by some to be the worst of the lower plains. Continue to listen. He continues, as the legend goes, Ravel was mazed several centuries ago. She was believed to have been a mistress of many strange magics, and apparently her presence and signal constituted a threat to the lady. I'm afraid I know little about her. I have some other questions. Questions about you. Me? Certainly. Who are you? My name is Abel Ponder Thought. I have some other questions about you. What's that symbol embroidered on your tunic mean? Why, it is a symbol of the fraternity of the Order. We are responsible for much of the lawmaking and running of the courts here in Sigil. Many judges, advocates, and clerks are members of our order, and we are pleased to be able to help enforce Sigil's laws and keep things orderly. We make a strident effort to learn all the laws, whether they pertain to Sigil, the planes, or the multiverse itself. Okay, so what does the Fraternity of the Order believe?
Updated my journal.
The Fraternity of the Order believes that the multiverse is governed by laws. When one knows all the laws, one will try to understand the multiverse. That is our goal. By understanding the laws, their limits, we have learned to avoid certain laws. If you don't mind me asking, what sort of benefits are in the position? Well, our fraternity allows us to read languages quite easily, and we may use some rules of the multiverse on occasion to suit our benefits. So the questions... actually, I have no other questions. Alright, okay, we're off. Off to...
Done.
Explore? What is this? The Advocate's house. To under Sigil. The Advocate, I don't know if I really want to go see, because isn't that the person I just got accosted by earlier before? Maybe. I don't know. Alright folks, well thank you all for joining me for this episode of Planescape Torment. If you enjoyed it, please do go ahead and click that like button. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, why haven't you already subscribed? And also, if you're interested in anything else I've done in the past, go ahead and check out one of the other playlists to the right hand side. I've been Raetac. I'll see you next time.